Superman Bank of Metropolis provides overdraft protection. It charges 8% for each $100 or portion of $100 borrowed when an overdraft occurs. So the first question asks us, what amount of interest would customer Lois Lane pay for a $360 overdraft? And we are to assume the interest is for the full amount borrowed for a whole year. And then we need to calculate what would Lois Lane save if the bank charges $25 for each overdraft, and she has overdraft protection. So let me bring the answers to light here. I've worked this ahead of time. All right, the overdraft protection amount is $360, and you can follow me here. You can also see the numbers up here if that's helpful. Now, what's the number of increments required? Well, what we want to do here is take the value in cell C12, the overdraft amount, and divide it by 100. Okay, so the number of increments is 3.6, and that's because it charges 8% for each $100 or portion of $100. So we need to round up once we exceed a round number. So if it was 3.00, we would only have 3 increments, but if it's 3.01, we have to round up to 4. So we make the number of increments 1 greater, since 3.6 is greater than 3. Okay, so the number of increments charged is 4. Now, what would be the overdraft increments in dollars? Well, it's $100. 8% for every $100 used, so we're going to multiply at the F2 100 times 4. All right, actually, technically, that should be 100 times that cell, C14, rather than putting the number in as a literal. Okay, there's no time like the present to learn Excel, everyone. All right, so what's the interest charge then? Well, then we're going to multiply the value in C15 times 8%, because they charge 8% for each 100 or portion of $100 borrowed when an overdraft occurs. So that's our answer to the first question. So what would the savings be? Let me bring that to light. The savings would be equal to, and I did 4 times 25 minus C16, but really that should be cell C14, right? The number of increments charged times 25, because the Superman Bank charges $25 for each overdraft, and then we subtract out the interest charges, okay? Because that is what we're going to have to pay. So the savings with overdraft protection in this example would be $68.